Hello everybody and welcome again to this channel. This is the second video of the day, and in this video we are going to talk again about Vtol, because I know that this is really the controversial topic of Star Citizen Alpha 3.6.0. I remember watching today's games video where apparently in a poll that he conducted, over 60% of the voters did say that Vtol is a broken feature. I disagree with that. I did tell my good friend the games that I did disagree with it, but you know, I am okay to be within the minority, and in that case, you know, it's going to be all the more challenging to try to convince you guys that actually Vtol is working. Is it perfect? No, of course no, it's not perfect. Is it completely finished? Of course it's not. There are still a lot of things to do, but Vtol can still provide some satisfying moments in the game. It just needs some time to learn. It just needs some time to adapt. But as soon, guys, I promise you guys, as soon as you know how it works, then it's not a problem at all. Think of Vtol like riding a bike. You know, the very first time you rode a bike, you're just wondering, you know, how could you ever possibly get some balance when that object that has, you know, two wheels and you know, that's not stable at all. But eventually, you know, we all know, we all learn how to ride a bike, and Vtol is kind of like the same. Anyway, what the hell is happening here? Experiencing some interdictions. I'll be frank with you guys. I know I've been saying that I really like Star Citizen 3.6 and I think it's working quite well, but today I've had a pretty bad day. I have to say, you can see that the missions are not working. People have been reporting that. Here I'm being interdicted for absolutely nothing. These NPCs right here totally seem to be ignoring me. They're acting as if I don't exist, and I did stop the ship for them to scan me, but nope, no scanning at all. So CIG still needs to work on a lot of different things, and that, you know, that is a fact, guys. That is a fact. We're not going to deny that, but that's not the whole point of this video. The whole point of this video is to this time go to our corp. You have seen how things work when you land on Hurston at Lorville, and this time we're going to land at Area 18 on our corp and see if it's any different. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. It's always a little bit more difficult over there because, of course, it's the city planet. It's just not one city that takes all the resources of your computer. This is an entire city planet that takes a lot of resources. The frames are usually not as good as at Lorville right here. It's more difficult, including, you know, for me with this new PC, I can definitely see that the frames are not as high as they are at other places. But still, we're going to see if that plays a role, if that changes anything. We'll be seeing that, and that's wonderful. We're doing that at night, which is actually the most resource-consuming setting, or parameter, I should say, when we are landing at Area 18. So here we go. I'm just waiting for my cursor to be aligned with my vector, and we'll be good to go.
Quantum drive is now on.
Alright, so just like I did when I landed at Lorville, I am going to try to get a safe approach, an approach that is going to ally me with Riker Spaceport, which is, by the way, the name of the spaceport right here at Area 18, Riker Memorial Spaceport. So I'm going to try the best approach possible, so that I'm going to have the hangars in sight when I arrive. I know exactly where they are. I'm not going to spend some time trying to look where they are, because that's actually not a good idea to do. If you do that, guys, then maybe you will eventually lose control of your ship, because a bad gesture is a bad gesture can come pretty easily. So the first thing that I'm doing, as you can see with my vector cursor right here that is going down, I am dropping in altitude. My objective is to get closer to about 3,000 meters. As soon as I'll be able to get that, and then I'll probably get closer to the surface, and then it will be easier to go down. Going down, dropping altitude in Vtol mode is not ideal, because by doing that, it's very tempting to pitch your ship towards the ground, which is how you're going to accelerate, which maybe, you know, you don't really want to. So if you already have a low altitude as you are approaching, you have a much better visibility, and as a result, you're going to have more control. I know that this is something that people have been complaining a lot, that they have to use a third-person view to see where they're going. But I do believe that if you actually fly low enough, which is the whole point of VTOL actually, is to be able to fly as close to the ground as possible without crashing into it. So I do believe that if you are getting closer to the ground, you are definitely have a better visibility. You can see here about 2,000 meters of altitude. Now, of course, this is not 2,000 meters towards the bottom of the planet. Obviously, we are much closer than that. But this is our core. This is a multi-city. Think of Coruscant, for example, in the Star Wars universe. So probably if we were on the moon, for example, or on Hurston, this would probably be at about 800 meters of altitude right now, not 1,600. But we did call the spaceport, so we should be able to get our landing gear down pretty soon. No, actually, I spoke a bit too soon. This is when I'm going to call the spaceport. There you go. And at the same time, I'm lowering my landing gear, and I should be able to see the little cursor that tells me where the hangar is. There you go. I have it right here on my side. It is going to be on the right. You can see there's the highway that the shuttle is taking from Riker Memorial all the way to Area 18. We're going to follow that highway. We're not going to fly on that highway, of course, but then we are going to take a turn right at some point eventually, so that we'll get to that hangar that has been assigned to us. Now, there are two types of hangars right here on Area 18. You have the pit type hangars, the same ones that we've taken when we landed at Lorville, and we also have the horizontal hangars. I'm afraid that today this is going to be a pit style hangar. We're gonna see. Anyway, we have arrived at that crossing here, so we're going to turn our ship around as smoothly as possible. We can see that hangar 5 right there. So we are going to use again smoothly the VTOL mode until we get as close as possible. Now, this is really not easy because you got a no-fly zone. If you get into the no-fly zone, your ship is going to be automatically destroyed, which I believe is a bad idea. I believe that no-fly zones should be exclusive to player areas like Area 18. But if you're not at Area 18, what's the point of having a no-fly zone? People want to land, do a savage landing on the side, and well, why not? There's nothing to do, so they're gonna waste their time, and that's it, right? Anyway, this is the only moment in which I believe we need to go into the third-person mode, because we still don't have that radar visual that we have in the cockpit. Apparently, some of you guys did tell me that it used to be available in the Alpha 2.x series. I don't remember that personally, because I didn't play Alpha 2.x too much. But here we go, landing complete, a perfect landing once again. So yeah, it's actually not that hard. You need to practice, but as soon as you know how it works, it's actually, I wouldn't say it's a piece of cake, because we still need to use the third person view, but still definitely easier than one might think. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this channel again. A big thanks to everybody out there who did help getting me this new PC quicker than I could. You guys absolutely rock, and I really appreciate. That's why I'm delivering that content on a regular basis. Back again in Star Citizen Alpha 3.6. Thank you, guys. Thank you to all the Patreons as well who help contributing on a monthly basis to making sure that I provide content for you guys. You guys are awesome, and also big thanks to everybody out there who subscribed to this channel, and also hit that like button. This is also helping a lot. If you like this kind of content, yeah, hit that subscribe button. You're gonna be notified every time a new video is up. That's all for this video, guys. That's well, I guess we'll see one another tomorrow for the Star Citizen roadmap update. This is the Eradicator. I'm signing out.